I'm Nadina Tandy, and I'm an artist from the Sunshine Coast. This spring, I will be working with Artists for Kids as a virtual artist in residence and sharing ideas for making art from my studio to your classroom or home. We'll be sharing a series of videos with you that you'll be able to view on the Artists for Kids website. I've also created a digital collage kit that can be downloaded as a PDF from the Artists for Kids website and can be used for this project. The ideas I am sharing in these videos are connected to the kind of art that I make. I've been making art for a long time, and my practice has always been to start with experimentation and exploration. These elements have kind of informed the playfulness in the creation of my art, which can lead to unexpected outcomes. The unexpected is something from which I draw a lot of my inspiration. In this video series, we will create collage creature puppets with the collage kit provided, as well as some found natural elements that we will gather from outside. What is collage? Collage comes from the French word coller, meaning to paste or glue. Collage is a way of making art by gluing existing pictures, documents, and found objects onto a backing material, like cardboard, to create an entirely new image. This is something that I did using 3 or 4 different images to create this unusual finished piece. Here's an example of some collage creatures that I've made. This is what we're going to work on together. In this first video, we're going to begin by finding natural objects from outside that we will add to our collage creature puppet. We will bring these things indoors and we will create rubbings with them. For today's activity, you will need the following materials: a paper bag or a folder created out of a thick piece of paper, 4 or 5 natural objects found outside, a stick that is about 20 centimeters long and is about as thick as your finger, white printer paper cut into 4 rectangle sheets of the paper needed for each student, pencil crayons, 2 or 3 dark colors such as green, red, black, or purple. Instead of pencil crayons, you can also use wax crayons with the paper peeled off in dark colors again. And when we go outside, this is some of the stuff that, some of the natural elements that we're going to look for. We're going to look for ferns, salal leaves, bark. Bark makes beautiful textures and patterns, and that's what we're really going to look for when we go outside, is to find natural elements that will make good patterns and textures for the rubbings. A rubbing? What is a rubbing, you ask? This is a way of producing an image by placing a piece of paper over something with a strong pattern or texture, like a leaf or a piece of tree bark, and gently rubbing a pencil or crayon over the paper to reproduce the pattern or texture of the object beneath. Creating rubbings is one of the oldest techniques for printmaking, and that's what we'll be doing together. As you can see with this, see the leaf? This was a fern and it made a beautiful leaf that I collaged onto my bird. When we go outside today, we will bring with us a paper bag, a folder made from the sheet of paper. We will use these to store and collect what we find. We're going to look for a collection of 4 or 5 natural objects. Try and find things that are a bit flat. A large pine cone, for example, might be tricky to work with for this activity. Great things to collect are like a flat leaf, perhaps a piece of cedar, bark, or moss. Each person also needs to find a stick. 20 centimeters, that's about 2 lengths of your hand and about the thickness of one of your fingers. That'll be great. Here's some beautiful cedar that was just on the ground. We've had lots of wind, so it ended up on the ground. And here, see, this will be nice when we put some paper over it and just rub gently. We'll get a nice pattern out of that that maybe can end up being a wing on our bird. I mean, our creature. Who knows what it's going to be. What else? I also picked up some moss when I was over there. A little bit of moss. That could be some hair too. I also picked up a little flower that I thought, a little daisy. Stinky, but pretty. That might make a nice rubbing. Okay, so what I want you to do is be mindful of the natural elements. Try to find stuff that's already on the ground. Like I said, we've had lots of wind, so you're probably going to just be able to find things that are at your feet. Now collect them, take them back to your classroom, and I will see you there. Bye. Hello, welcome to my organized chaos desk where I've got my bag that has all of the natural materials that I gathered. I hope you guys had fun collecting and exploring and gathering natural elements for your art project. I love that aspect of creating art. You'll have your little pieces of paper. This is computer paper. It's thin. It's really great for doing rubbing. So you just, let's see, look for something interesting in here. Okay, I'm going to use the Soleil because I always have a good luck with that. And I've taken 2 color pencils that I find are nice colors together that would be, well, they're pleasing to me. You may have some different ideas about the colors you want. Take your plant material, put it on a hard flat surface, take your paper, you'll have a bunch of this thinner paper, and place it on top of your leaf. Put your pencil on a bit of an angle and lightly go over where the leaf shape is at first. You'll lightly at first, and then you go a little bit harder, but you can feel where the leaf is, and then it sort of, you start to see the textures appear and the patterns that the leaf make. And there's really no right way or wrong way. It's just getting down some of the shape and texture that we'll be using later in our collage character. And I think this is the pine, or what is that? That's cedar. And I think that'll make a really nice rubbing too. So I'm going to do that as well because I like how it has all the little pointy bits. I'm going to use my orange pencil crayon now. Oh, there we are. Yes. You can see how that really starts to pop out. Great. So keep doing this. Get as many as you feel you want, because you can have a nice selection to pick from. You can also create your rubbing using a wax crayon. You will first need to remove the paper from the crayon. I'm going to give you an example. Take your image. Don't use the tip, just go on the side and rub. Rub with the side of your crayon, and then you'll capture the texture of your object in a similar way that I showed you with the pencil crayon. See how nice it's coming out? See, you get to see the texture, and you can see that it's a leaf. These crayons work great. I really like it. I want you to keep all of this for our next project, and so when I see you again, we're going to introduce the collage character kit for our collage character puppet. Okay, so have fun and we'll see you soon.